Here we go, off the rails. But you know it's time to raise our sails. It's freedom like you never knew.
Are you looking up Admiral Nelson?
Yep.
We're back to the Admiral Nelson Appreciation Hour.
He lost sight in one of his eyes.
Yeah.
I can't go here? No.
He lost most of one of his arms.
Stuff.
I'm just trying to find his last words.
Fuck the French. I would love it. That should be my epitaph. Fuck the French. I got a multi-moon. Multi-moon!
I saw a t-shirt the other day at Walmart that said, straight out of the South Pole. And it was like the straight out of Compton logo, and for some reason I just got so fucking furious at it. I was like, that's so fucking stupid on so many levels. Like, and I sent it to my friend who's like really into like pop culture and counterculture and stuff like that, and like the research of it.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm so fucking angry. Like, she literally had to put the phone down and go take a shower. Like, she's like, that's so stupid.
I remember I just have a variation of that where mine is just straight out of Cope.
That's not bad. I mean,
At
least it's relevant.
His last words were recorded as "God and my country."
Yeah, that's
fair
pretty
enough.
badass for a Brit.
Yeah, it's about as good as it gets.
Oh, that guy, Napoleon's old guard who just screamed shit at the British, and then he went down to history. I was like, I'd never said that, and they put it on his tombstone.
That he never said shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, okay, this is the place I was saying you'd like, Pat. The Luncheon Kingdom.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ian, you gotta see this place. It's actually really... It's a very cool variation of the lava world. Because it's not lava, it's an awful pink food goo.
I like that.
It's like Soylent Pink.
I'm a big fan of this idea.
Of food goo?
Yeah, food goo. Or like Soylent Green, like concepts like that.
Yeah.
Like recycling people.
I mean, when we
in
get
a
to space
sci-fi
travel,
way.
we're gonna need to do it. We got a lot of people, and not a lot of food.
That was part of my thesis, actually. Is not recycling people, but like eugenics and things like that.
Oh god, what was it? What was that, that Scottish guy who wrote that book where it's just like, I just eat poor babies?
Oh, fuck, and it all turned out to be satire.
Yeah. And a lot of people took it seriously, and he's like, that's not no, don't. But don't, though.
Even then, they didn't know what satire was, and now we just have fucking feminists writers getting pissed off at jokes.
Did you hear about there was a one feminist website which came out as saying, we were a parody, and now we're...
Medusa or whatever
Medusa,
it was?
and they're like, we were a parody, but now we're stopping because it's become too real.
So, Nelson, 1 p.m., Battle of Trafalgar, gets shot in the fucking shoulder, goes through his shoulder, smashes his 6th and 7th thoracic vertebrae, and lodges in his right shoulder blade.
Fuck.
This motherfucker takes 3.5 hours to die. When he gets shot, he looks at his, I'm guessing his second in command, and says, Hardy, I do believe they have done it at last. My backbone is shot through. They take him down to the surgeon. He says, you can do nothing for me. I have but a short time to live. My back is shot through. And then he spends a few hours just... Oh, he takes...
Complaining that his back was shot through.
He takes time after being shot and having his spine destroyed to talk to the midshipman and give him some advice.
That's fucking great.
Then he goes down to the surgeon, tells the surgeon not to waste any time because he's going to die, and then just lies on his deathbed for 3.5 hours.
That's what I would do.
What a fucking hero.
This place is, look at all this salt, though.
Jonathan Swift.
Jonathan Joestar
is the baby book writer.
That name's really familiar.
Let's Eat Some Babies. The satire
oh, yeah, okay.
It's called A Modest Proposal.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
A Modest Proposal, what a great name.
It's a good name for a parody of that nature. Damn you, Korn! Follow my ability.
Man, this level is real fucking corny.
Yeah.
I like this.
Oh, this part's the cool part. Get back here. Watch this. Now I get to be the lava bubble and swim in the pink goo.
Oh my god.
Now the problem is, I can't touch not goo, on account of me being lava. Oh god! However, what I was trying to illustrate earlier, and then fucked up, was that those tomatoes are boiling hot, for some reason, and if I kill them, I can use their carcasses to swim. As illustrated here.
That's
Morbid, but delicious.
that's a thing.
I like this world a bit.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
I love.
I like this awful Pepto-Bismol sea.
I was gonna say I love how the Italian gets to swim through spaghetti sauce.
Yeah. Pasta fazool.
Did you see that? There's like a
Woo!
there's a really old vine of people like saying Maserati, Lamborghini, and then it cuts to a guy who just goes spaghetti. Really funny.
Fucking vines.
Spaghetti. You are scared. I have said the spaghetti.
Don't be upsetty.
Have some spaghetti. That's ingrained deeply.
Right?
Oh god, this place is cool though. I like this awful food world.
It is pretty neato burrito.
Like I said, it's a really cool variation of the almost mandatory lava level that every video game has to have.
I might use that pink in a painting soon,
Yeah.
actually, because I was thinking about making like a bubblegum pink sometime.
God, I was gonna do for my Empress Children. I have like demon allies, right?
Yeah.
And what I wanted to do on the bases was I wanted to do this very thing, where I had just like this awful like I wanted to make it look like the base on the base of the models, the what do you call it? The Earth was like ripping apart because of the pure demonic should not be.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it was that I wanted like what's coming out of the ground to just be like a weird pink ooze that like made like it's just like the best way I can describe it is if you've seen Ghostbusters 2, that.
Okay.
Yeah. And Ghostbusters 2 was
It was so fine.
it was alright. It's the second best Ghostbusters movie.
Also the second worst.
Yeah. But at least it's not the worst.
That's true.
Oh, Feig!
Fuck! Do you get it now, Paul Feig?
Well, Feig seems like a nice guy,
Yeah.
but
But he had no creative control. I didn't tell my actors what to do at all. I just pointed a camera and told them to be funny. You can't make movies like that, Paul Feig. You know what's really hard to improvise? Smart, well-thought-out science jokes. Like in Ghostbusters. Paul Feig!
that's a pretty
Oh,
good impression,
Jesus.
actually.
Yeah, no, actually, I've been practicing at work when I have, like, no one's around. Cause
I do that too in the cooler.
Because, like, in my work, I'm often, like, alone in my room, so no one bothers me, and I can just make weird voices, which is how I got really good at the Like, I think my favorite part is, like, that never fails to get you
It
specifically.
gives me a little giggle.
Yeah, having a giggle, mate. I wish you would stop sometime soon.
What if he did a swastika?
He does, like, the Satan star at some point.
Pentagram? Is that what
Yeah.
you're looking for?
That's the
The
one.
Satan star.
Throwing up the pentagram for the Satan.
Which I mean, no, I could. No, never mind. I was gonna say something really awful, but decided not to.
Wow, that's a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been cutting back on my lowbrow racism jokes.
Guys, we gotta cut down on the lowbrow. Oh god, what was it? Guys, we gotta cut down on the casual racism. Because racism is a crime.
Now it is.
Yeah, pretty much. Thought police. Spooky. Remember, folks, the worst thing you can have nowadays is an opinion. Especially if it's wrong. Yeah, these are the fork people. They're cute. Look at them.
A friend of mine changed their cover photo on Facebook to the whites are at it again, and it's in like an 80s like blood dragon thing.
Oh my god.
And I was just like, okay, all right. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't
Yeah.
account, I'm not the president of white people, so.
You told my dad he was. Look at these little tiny
Oh,
people.
they're cute. Oh, I got little eyes.
Look at his little eyes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my god.
I love this
They're
world.
cute.
It's really cool.
That's
I like
actually pretty
the
incredible.
effect on the reflection on the fork is really nice.
Yeah, like they did a good job, and like it's all very simple. Also, like fucking crystallized tomato rocks. Listen to this non-specific Itali music.
This is
Italian
what
music.
No Man's Sky should have been. It's just fun,
Yeah.
silly worlds to explore.
Yeah.
Instead, we got that fucking non-online.
Isn't it the best game ever? Like, isn't
The
No
game's
Man's Sky
fucking
just
cancer.
the best?
Remember when No Man's Sky promised us we could meet other players, and then two people were on the same planet but couldn't see each other because the game developer didn't finish a model for people?
Are you serious?
Yeah, because one of the promises was, on the unlikely chance you ever find someone, because there's billions of planets,
Yeah.
you could totally, like, actually see them. And then two people were live streaming and actually found each other on the same planet, and they knew they did because, like, at the same time, a third person renamed that planet.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Oh shit, where are you?" And they both like stood in the exact same spot and saw neither of each other.
Oh Jesus.
Or, like, I'm not sure if that was the exact way it went down,
But
there was like proof they were standing right next to each other.
yeah, they were obviously on the same planet.
Yeah,
Obviously
in the same
staying
spot.
yeah.
Do.
I want more isometric platform games,
That would be
like
nice.
strategy tactics games. I want more of those.
What was it? Fire Emblem series exists.
Yeah, but I don't like the universe.
No?
I have to be invested in the universe, or the universe has to be not so anime,
Fair enough.
which is a perfectly reasonable excuse. Don't judge, no
Yeah.
bully, please.
No, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, it can grate on some people. I will say that, like, if you go for the older Fire Emblem games, they're far less anime, but,
Yeah,
I mean, it all depends. Like, the Game Boy Advance ones were very much just, like, anime aesthetics, but, like, the plot was very hardcore. Nah, man, people are gonna die. This shit's war. I mean, the closest it gets to that is just like, oh no, I have been betrayed by Betrayal Man. It's
the
just-
guy with the eye patch.
yeah. How could I have... oh god. Why did I ever think to trust this person from the army that is attacking me?
Yeah, I haven't had really anything rock my socks lately in terms of entertainment.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it all depends.
Fallout
Oh,
4
shit.
has its moments, but that's
Yeah.
usually because it's like a stupid glitch and I laugh at it. But
Oh man, did I... okay, so I found a glitch in Fallout 4 recently that made me lose my shit. And it was that, I was running around doing what you do in Fallout 4, which is waste time. And, I see some... I'm, like, in the downtown core. And there's a building, and then some super mutants are just on patrol, and they attack me. As they do. One of them, like, comes at me, and I shoot him in the head, and he dies. And, he falls back into the building. And I mean into. Like, his head is inside the building.
this thing.
So, the game is like, okay, we gotta get him out of there. So the game's decision was to get him out by lifting him up. Now, he starts going up, and all four of his limbs are now pointing down like a chair. And he's just slowly rising, and then he starts picking up speed. And it is a skyscraper, Ian, so he starts rocketing up.
Oh my god.
And I'm watching him go, and I'm like, I didn't even have time to loot him yet. Whatever he had, gone now.
I was gonna say, if you blew his head up, just find a tiny chunk of gore.
Nope, gone. His head was intact, that was the problem. The other really good one I had recently was I was walking around, and there was a lady like, oh, please, give me some water. And I'm like, whatever, I have like 20 cans of this fucking purified water shit, I ain't using it. So I give her the can of water, and I swear to God it must have been scripted, because the second she got the water and started walking away and the dialogue menu leaves, a pack of rabid dogs jumps over a car, collides with her. I have the messy perk. So she explodes!
Jesus.
Like, she explodes, and these dogs are just, like, right in front of me, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! Boom, 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 boom. I kill the dog, I go to search her, the water's gone, she's just dead, but she had like 500 caps and like 100 bullets on her. And I'm like, I guess it was just a scripted event. But like, holy shit, she got it rough. For no reason. Oh man. Oh, so I was telling Pat this, but I found out you can totally mod Fallout on the consoles now.
Yep.
And I know this because I went to Bethesda's website and I started getting mods for Fallout. Because, quite frankly, the main story's kind of boring anyway. So, fuck it, I want cool stuff to do. I'm fucking around, as you do. One of the mods I found that I was like, I have to download this fucking immediately. It puts back in the Wild Wasteland.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And it's like, this is exactly what I wanted.
It's amazing.
Oh, man.
I've started a new Fallout playthrough because Elise missed me playing a lot of the story at the very beginning.
Okay, so she wanted to know...
Yeah, she wants to see the game playthrough,
Yeah.
right?
Fair
so I when she's not around and I want to play Fallout 4 and I want to play that profile, I'm just doing shit to fuck around.
Yeah.
And I found a mod that literally lets you go to a chemistry station and build shipments of junk. So I
Oh.
can just build shipments of steel. I can just build shipments of fertilizer. I have 13,000 rounds of 10mm ammunition because I have 74,000 steel and 74 fertilizer that I've put in an ammunition, like one of those,
Yeah. Oh, God.
one of those fucking ammunition making machines. Plants. There we go. One of the ammunition plants, and it's just constantly churning out 10mm ammunition. It's amazing.
Jesus Christ. That's good because like I've finally started buying the shipments now that I'm late enough in the game where it's like I need 1,000 instances of steel.
Right.
Fucking Christ. I'm getting sick and tired of, like, I have what's it called? The T1, whatever the fucking power armor that the Brotherhood uses. I'm wearing that right now.
T-45.
Yeah, that sounds right.
The T-45 or the T-60?
Yeah. So, the big problem I have right now is that, whatever, it's just coins. The big problem I have right now is that I don't have enough, plastic to keep repairing it.
Yeah.
Like, I have steel and all the other metals for days. It's plastic I'm, like, constantly in need of. Anyway, we'll see you next time, folks.
Bye.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man.